Good morning, everybody. So today I'm going to do quickies for each sign. So if you open up that description box down below, you can see timestamps for every star sign. You can jump straight to your sign. You can also check out your moon, rising, sun sign, Venus, Mars, whatever you feel is appropriate for you to check out today. Yeah, so you can go ahead and jump to those. Otherwise, you can stick around for the channeled messages, of which I've got quite a lot today. I'm a bit stressed because my children are going back to school next week, and I'm a bit worried about it. So I didn't sleep very well. I woke up. I was kind of getting channeled messages through already, so I was kind of half awake, and then I could see the numbers like 2 and then 222. So it was like somebody was looking at their phone and seeing the time 2:22, and then like battery percent 2 or something, like 2:22. So I like very sort of like slowly kind of like woke up, wrote it down, looked at my phone, and it was that time. It was 22 minutes past 2 in the morning. So if you're on British summertime and you woke up and saw 222 on your clock, hi, we looked at the time at the same time. You can kind of see my absolute scroll here. So I'm just going to show you my notes for today, and they're a mess. So you can see here, like, me trying to write in the middle of the night. Here I was trying to write left-handed. I'm right-handed. I was trying to write left-handed on my in the middle of the night. So it's just an absolute scroll. So right, okay. To try and decipher my notes for you here, got loads of songs through. So I got I Was Made for Loving You, again by Tori Kelly and Ed Sheeran, because that came out yesterday, I think. So that's back again, quite insistently actually. Then I got God Only Knows What I'd Be Without You by the Beach Boys, Happy Together by the Turtles, Be My Baby by the Ronettes, Fell Asleep Beneath the Flowers for a Couple of Hours, What a Beautiful Day, which is Daydreaming Blue by Iron Monster. I looked that up this morning, just now. Then I saw a lighter. So it was like a, one of these metal lighters with like the flip up bit, and it had like quite a big flame. So a silver metal lighter. Then I saw it was like a scene from The Handmaid's Tale. It was definitely The Handmaid's Tale, and I could see like all the women in red walking down a staircase, and at the same time I could hear someone screaming, "Get out, get out!" So I don't know if that was part of the program, like someone was screaming in the program, or someone was watching Handmaid's Tale and screaming at someone to get out. I don't know what that was. Then at the same time I got The Fifth Element, where is it not Lilu? What's the name now? Is it Lilu? I can't think what her name is. But when the girl in it is reading, she reads really, really quickly because she's an alien, right? And at the same time, I saw My Stepmom is an Alien, or My Stepmother is an Alien, which is like an 80s Kim Basinger film. And in it, she has like if this was the book, she has the book open and she puts her arm in it like this. And that's how she reads, because she's an alien. She reads really quickly. So she's reading like, she reads something that kind of makes her laugh first in kind of like a, oh, that's cute kind of way. And then she picks up another book and it's sort of something horrible in it. She sort of goes, blah, and like throws the book. And The Handmaid's Tale is also a book. So I don't know if there's some kind of thing with books and aliens. I don't know. People who read quickly. And my throat's closing up right now. So that always indicates to me that someone's not saying something that they need to say. Then I got Fire and Flood by Vance Joy. And then I ran, as I was sort of setting up this morning, the two songs that came on from Spotify were Put the Needle on It by Danny Minogue and East Side by Benny Blanco? I can't read my own handwriting. Halsey or Halsey, debatable. And Khalid. Words. Can I speak today? That is the question. Okay, I'm just going to drink some coffee and then we'll get started. Right, okay, so having said that, I need to tune into the energies, just make sure that I am fully connected before we go, because I want to get you the best message possible. I am going to ask for the best possible messages to come through that's going to do the most good. So if you find that what I'm reading isn't making any sense at all, it's not your story, that's fine. It's just that somebody else needs it more right now. So the messages that are going to come through are going to be the messages that do the most good. Okay, so back with you in a tick. Okay, as I was sort of preparing to do the reading there, I suddenly got very, very hot, which made me think of a friend who is in hospital right now and has been overheating a little bit. So shout out to my friend. I hope you get better soon. You know who you are. I also heard the crows cawing, which is always a sign that I'm getting a lot of messages at the moment. What else? I've completely forgotten what I needed to say. There was something else, but it's gone already, and I just saw 555 on the timestamp there. Something else, but it's gone already, so it'll come back if it's important. It might be for a particular sign, so it might pop back up while I do like a specific sign. So we'll see. But first of all, we've got Aries. So Aries, what do we have for you for the next, say, week? What do we have for Aries for the next week? Thank you. The community on the bottom of the deck there. Oh, you've got lots. I was wanting one card. Oh, Aries, you do have to do these things to me. Why? Yeah, why? Why, Aries? You need so many cards. Breathe, building blocks, milk and honey. So there may be a situation where you're asking why, like, why is this happening? Maybe something quite disruptive, and it's meaning that you have to kind of take some time to breathe in and out to kind of rebalance yourself and find peace. Now you have these different cards with books on here. The why has a book and the building blocks has a book. So I feel like you are going to need to get some more knowledge about something. It could be knowledge about a situation, why something has happened, or you may just be asking for more information about something in general. You may be something to do with academia. You may be going back to school soon. You may be like me saying, why do my kids have to go back to school? I don't feel like it's safe yet. So these aren't actual books, so they kind of look like books to me with like almost like these are like the tabs, but they are actually blocks. You can see that she's kind of made up of the blocks, so it's something to do with identity, why you feel things that you feel, or have thoughts that, you know, certain thoughts. It's kind of like the structure, the environment that's made you, the people who have raised you, the experiences that have conditioned you to be the way you are. So you're kind of like looking back, I think, at things that have happened in your past, maybe saying why did that happen, maybe seeing things in a new light here, and kind of figuring out how that's impacted your identity, and perhaps just kind of like finding some kind of inner peace, letting things go from the past, letting things go that way you perhaps blamed yourself for things that weren't your fault, and it's bringing you to a place where you're kind of happier and more healed. You can see that this card here has the rainbow, which is to do with healing, and it's the milk and honey card, so it's kind of a card about really enjoying where you are at that time, you know, enjoying the things that you do have in life, the small pleasures. It's a very happy elephant in there, and they're showing me the it was kind of like a thing that went viral. It was a gorilla in a paddling pool, and what was the song that was playing? Is it Maniac? It might have been Maniac. I'll look it up and I'll see if I can remember to put the link in the description box for you. So gorilla pool Maniac question mark, and Aries, that's for. Okay, so I'll try and put that in the description box below if you don't know what I'm talking about. So I'll move these up. Can you tell me an energy that Aries is in or that is surrounding Aries? So if this isn't you, it could be someone in your life. Gazelle. So the Gazelle card, it kind of gives me deer in the headlights a little bit, because it has this kind of like it kind of looks a little bit startled. It kind of has this red beam around it, so it could be someone who's feeling a little bit startled by a situation, but you can also see that it's resting. So there's been a situation that has startled you, but now you're kind of taking this time to kind of breathe in and now assess the situation. There's also a sense of like turning your back on something that feels quite heated. That's all I'm getting from the Gazelle today. Okay, let's move on to feelings. So what kind of feelings are around Aries at the moment? What kind of feelings are around Aries at the moment, please? This keeps on happening. Now, I've noticed this. It happened to me today once already, and I've seen it happening to other readers this week. And it's funny how the same things will happen to, like, across the board with different readers. There's kind of like a network where, like, I watch other readers and we're all hooked into the same network, like all getting the same kind of things happening. Or, you know, there was one time where everybody was messing with the chairs, but this keeps happening where, like, you pick up the deck to shuffle it and there's already a card flipped over. It's happened to me about 3 times, and I've seen it happen to other readers as well this week. It's really strange. So the Hermit card, this is taking some time to kind of be quite introspective, sort of wanting to kind of be on your own for a while. And it's funny that you've got that breathe card there as well. It's kind of taking a bit of time out, sort of drawing back socially, pulling back, pulling away, going inwards, and kind of reassessing, really thinking things through, and also this kind of like gaining knowledge as well. And again, I heard those crows cawing at the start of the reading, and she's got a kind of crow, a raven. This also gives me kind of like River Styx or underworld type energy. It's like she's gone down to explore the underworld, perhaps looking for someone. Noticing the kind of moon charms that she's got on her necklace there, on her staff. Yeah. So you may have been perhaps doing some healing regarding some kind of connection in your life. Sort of taking a deep, dark dive inwards to explore kind of darker feelings, I feel. Yeah. And it's funny that the Ten of Wands is there at the bottom of the deck, and I was talking about how that gazelle kind of has like a fire behind them. The Ten of Wands is a card about putting down your burdens. So I feel like there's somebody's turning away from their burdens, like they're turning them back on things that have felt like quite challenging, quite demanding in their lives, perhaps. Yeah, and that might not be permanently, that might just be temporarily while they kind of go inwards and do this kind of healing work. Okay, so what's going on in the thoughts? So this could be your feelings or somebody around you again. So thoughts, strength, yeah, needing a lot of strength in a situation. And again, it's like this feeling of like, she's looking in a mirror. It's like really taking a good look in the mirror at yourself, at your own reflection, at who you are as a person. I feel like actually accepting yourself, healing, accepting. I just saw 1333 on the clock there. Accepting the things that you're ashamed of, or the things that you are embarrassed by, or the things that you've kind of beat yourself up over in the past. It's this feeling of like self-acceptance, self-awareness, knowing that you're only human and that everybody makes mistakes, and that we make mistakes because of a lot of the time because of the impact of the environment around us. You know, the kind of path that we're given in life, where we kind of, you know, a series of unfortunate events which lead us to a certain conclusion. A lot of the time it's kind of like, yes, we wish we'd done something differently, but when we look at it kind of with a bit of distance and look back at it, we can kind of see how it was inevitable that we would act that way, in you know, to a certain extent. And just accepting that we are human, we do make mistakes, and I think thinking about this is giving you a lot of kind of inner strength. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the action space. What kind of action is Aries taking, or is someone taking towards Aries right now? Come on, Mars. Mars has to be taking action. Okay, it's funny, we've got another rainbow here on this card. So this is action that you're taking or somebody's taking around you. So there is the Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords is either somebody rushing in to communicate something, rushing in to take action, to cut something out of their lives, or rushing is a very fast-paced energy, very sort of like action mode. It's funny, I was talking about Mars as well, but it's kind of like a more calculating. So Aries and Mars energy is the reason why I'm saying Mars is because that's the ruling planet of Aries. It's the god of action, basically. So yeah, so the reason why I'm saying this is because Aries and Mars are fire energy, but this is sword energy. So this is not acting in a kind of in a way where you're acting from emotions or acting from your passions and not really thinking about it. This is somebody who's put a lot of thought into it, and it's almost quite cold energy for Aries as well. It's kind of calculating, intelligent communication about your thoughts, rather than sort of like blowing your top. Excuse me, can you hear my throat's closing up again? So, you know, this is someone who's finding it challenging to express themselves. So this is saying to me, put a little bit of thought into what you want to say before you say it. That's kind of like the advice, is don't just speak from the heart, because while that can serve us in certain situations, sometimes it can mean that we don't quite get the point across properly. Sometimes we need to think before we speak, and this is saying yes, speak, but put some thought into it. And whatever action you're taking, or whatever you're communicating, or that's being communicated or taking action towards you, if I can get my own words out, is in regards to happiness. It's in regards to what is your happily ever after. Where do you see yourself going? Where do you want your life to go? Whatever the Ten of Cups symbolises for you. So a lot of the time the Ten of Cups is like the happy families card, wanting to find a partner who you have you connect with on an emotional level, a relationship that's emotionally supportive, you know, settling down, having children. That's a lot of people's happily ever after. But whatever the Ten of Cups symbolises for you, whatever your happily ever after is, this is what you're communicating about, or taking steps, taking action towards your happiness and your healing with that double rainbow there. Okay, Aries, I hope that was helpful to you. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. I lied. I didn't pull you an advice card, Aries. I'm so sorry. It's because I picked these up at the last minute. I wasn't actually going to use these, but I feel a bit bad if I don't get advice cards for people. So what advice card do we have for Aries, please? I'm just going to take whatever it says on the card. Nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. So if you felt like a situation was fixed, it is possible to change that situation. And with there being a lot of water there as well, it could be emotions. Somebody may have certain feelings, but those feelings are not set in stone. They're mutable, they're changeable. Okay, I'm going to pop that back in there, shuffle my decks, and then I'll be back with Taurus's reading. Okay, Taurus, let's see what you have today. So what's going on for Taurus this week? What's going on for Taurus this week, please? What's going on for Taurus this week, please? Thank you. On the bottom of the deck is the never-ending story. Let's see. Time for a nap, not for you. Oh, I hate that not for you card. Oh, look at the little fox. Oh, it's so cute. Time for a nap. Yeah, you may have been doing too much. And you just want to have a nap, quite frankly. Let me just have a closer look at that card there. Okay, with the fox and with the chessboard on this, I feel like you've been strategizing quite a lot. You've been trying to figure things out. You've trying to kind of plan, to strategize, to organize something, to kind of possibly be a little bit tricky, a little bit like taking side steps, right? You don't move chess pieces some of them move in a direct fashion, but a lot of the time you kind of move them like this across the board. You know, you kind of move them in a sidesteppy fashion. So I'm seeing you as trying to kind of sidestep a situation because something may not be for you. You may feel like, you know, this isn't really appealing to me, this isn't really my cup of tea. I'm seeing some of you that want to decline an invitation, like you've been invited to do something or you've received an offer that you're not really interested in, and you're kind of trying to sort of bow out gracefully, right? It's like, I just want to go to sleep, I don't want to party, I just want to go to sleep. Nope. You can see on the card, on the fortune cookie is like, nope, I'm out. They're showing me the octopus. There's a meme or a gif with an octopus going along the ocean floor. It's like, nope. So yeah, I feel like there's possibly something that you don't want to get involved in, that where there's like two sides, right? Because we've got this white side and this black side, where it's like some kind of like arguments going on around you, or conflict, like some kind of conflict, and you just don't want to have any part of it. It's like, there's nothing to do with me, I don't want anything to do with it, please don't get me involved. Yeah, it's like a stressful situation where you just really want to just go and take a time out, take sleep, heal for some of you. Oh, you've got 2 6s as well, 6 and 6. What are 6s about? I might just have to quickly Google that for you. Okay, so Google says that the number 6 is the mother number, which is interesting because your goddess is Venus, and I was kind of tuning into Venus energy there at the start of the reading. It says that it's a number about responsibility, service, looking after people in a loving and nurturing way, offering protection. It says there is an innate desire within the 6 individual. Oh, it's gone. Come back. Oh no, I've lost it. The 6 individual to bring harmony, peace, justice, and truth to experiences in life. Yeah, so it's card like about it's similar to the Justice card, which is the Libra card, because Libra is ruled by Venus as well. So it's seeing two sides in the situation, finding a balance. You can see that the chessboard is literally balancing on this person's hand. And it's almost like a courts, right, with that kind of Roman door in the background there. It may be, I was talking about the gates of Janus in one reading, which is about looking back at the past and looking towards the future, so that might be relevant to you as well. Yeah, okay, let's get some more cards. I may find that I only can do half of the signs today. I may have to do the other half of the zodiac tomorrow, because I think this is taking a bit longer than I expected. I just saw 2244 as well. So that's drawing my attention to what I said. Something may be taking longer than you expected, which might be quite draining for you. So an energy, thank you, around Taurus. Funnily enough, we got the fox, double fox, foxy Tauruses. Okay, fox, yeah, so it's that same energy of being quite cunning, sort of knowing what you do want, like if there's something that's not for you, you know what you do want, and kind of strategizing to figure out how to get to it. So this may be you, or this may be someone else around you. I'm hearing let sleeping dogs lie. Yeah, so somebody in this situation is being very strategic, really trying to move towards what they want in a kind of roundabout fashion. They're giving me circumspect Penelope, which is a quote from the Odyssey. Yeah, the Odyssey is about a long journey, a homecoming, nostalgia. Okay. Fantastic, Mr. Fox. So if you're dealing with somebody who's in fox energy, who's quite cunning, kind of very intelligent, a little bit sneaky, if you're kind of on the other side of the chessboard for this person, you may want to wait until this person is almost napping, like when they're on their downtime for you to move, possibly. That's for some of you. Okay, can you tell me what's going on emotionally for Taurus this week? Thank you. 5 of Cups. Oh yeah, there's a situation that you're finding very, very disappointing. There's something hasn't worked out and it's emotionally disappointing for you. It's kind of like It's kind of like the spilt milk card. You may feel like your ship has sailed off without you. In a certain situation, you've missed your chance, you've missed the boat, or you've just, yeah, with that not for you card, it's like this wasn't. If you feel that way about something, if it's like you feel like you've missed your chance, missed the boat, it may just literally be like the universe is saying this isn't for you, this is not the right path for you. If you'd have got on that boat, you wouldn't have been happy in the long term, it wouldn't have worked out because it's not your life path. So even though that's hard to hear and it's disappointing, if that's your situation, just know that the universe is protecting you because there's something better coming along for you. Yeah, the Five of Cups card is normally, the depiction of it is normally that there's 5 cups spilt over, 5 cups knocked over, and the person is lamenting the loss of these 5 cups, this emotional loss, this disappointment. But what they don't see is that there's 2 cups that are standing behind them. They haven't noticed the 2 cups coming in, which is like a balanced, you have 2 cards about balance up here. The Two of Cups is a balanced relationship, an equal relationship, equal give and take. So there is something coming in for you. You just might not be able to see what that is yet, but it's better than the 3 cups that have spilt. Yeah. What's that card that's sliding off there? Queen of Pentacles. It might be some kind of work offer, it might be regarding house and home, career, mother. The Queen of Pentacles is a very nurturing card. You may be wanting to nurture someone in a situation or have someone nurture you. Okay, what's going on? Thank you in the thoughts. There is some kind of success in your thoughts. You're thinking about a situation where there's kind of like a lot of attention on someone at the moment. The Six of Swords, did I say swords? It's wands, sorry. The Six of Wands is a card about having a lot of attention on you, really being in the spotlight, kind of having a lot of praise for something you've done, having a lot of success. You've got the Chariot card there as well. This is kind of like a choice that you have to make. So you may be being rewarded for something with some kind of choice. So you may have actually turned down an offer and been quite disappointed that you've had to turn something down, but it's because you're making a choice to go in a different direction. The imagery on this card gives me kind of like this fired up energy, sort of leading the charge, like you've got everybody fired up about something, or somebody's got everybody fired up about something, and they're kind of like charging off to kind of like almost like riot. That might be a bit of a touchy topic. I'm sorry if that is a bit of a touchy topic for anyone there, but I have to say what comes through. You know, that's kind of my job, to be the channel to say what comes through, and sometimes life isn't that pretty. But it is normally a very, very positive card. So it's like a card about kind of being fired up about something, finding that people are listening to you and following you, and leading the charge, hopefully in a positive direction there. You know, Taurus, you are a sign of, you're one of the CEO signs. You've got the Emperor card. So this is somebody who has a lot of influence, has a lot of power, you know, can kind of have some control or some influence over the actions of others. So if that's not you, that's somebody around you at the time, and you're probably thinking about this situation or this person. Okay. Can I get some action? What action is being taken by Taurus or around Taurus at the moment? What is going on in the tangible world in regards to action? Thank you. Another card about balance here. There is a situation, very much the same story again. There's a situation that's been quite heartbreaking for you. It's caused you some kind of emotional pain. They're kind of giving me Caesar, I don't know, like a betrayal energy possibly. Six of Pentacles is a card about balancing out in a tangible sense. It's about fairness, equality. It's about rebalancing the scales in terms of the tangible world, the like actual material things in life. So it's kind of a philanthropy card, a card where somebody who has a lot of influence. I'm really seeing it as influence today. Somebody who has a lot of influence, who has a lot of sway in the world. You know, they have a lot of influence over the people around them, and it's kind of like handing that down to others, sort of paying it forward energy. So this may be someone that you're thinking of. You may feel like you've missed out in a situation, that something wasn't fair, but I do see it being rightened because you've got the 3 sixes here. Oh, and look on the bottom as well, the 5 of Cups card. Now the nice thing about this particular 5 of Cups image, you can see how I was talking about the 5 cups are spilt, and normally the person is looking at the 5 cups and kind of lamenting that loss. This is kind of the nice thing that I like about this card, is that she's actually looking at the 2 cups that are still standing. There may have been a financial loss here for you as well, with this treasure chest and with the pentacles down here. It may be something to do with work, emotions and work probably. But she is looking at the 2 cups that are still standing. So I think there is a change coming for you, where if you've not been looking at if you've been lamenting the cup half empty, it's kind of a change where you're now going to be looking at the cup as half full. So that's really good. Let's get an advice card for you there as well, Taurus. Can I get the best advice you've got for Taurus, please, today? What's the best advice you can give to Taurus, please, today? There we go. Bring love into the situation. It's funny as well, I just thought about Venus being your kind of planet, your deity, and she's to do with love. So bring love into the situation. This need to kind of nurture. Okay, good luck with that, Taurus. Do take care. Okay, Gemini, hello, how are you today? I'm sorry that there's a bit of a shadow here in this bottom corner. It's just I've had to readjust how I'm sitting, so you've got my knee waving at you for your reading today. So Gemini, Mercury, what do we have here? What do we have for Gemini, please, this week? What do we have for Gemini, please, this week? Anything? Gemini is just chilling. Well, no, they're not. No, they're not. They are poised and they're ready to jump. Well, you might be chilling. Time for a nap there as well. That was Taurus's card. So you are poised and ready to take some kind of jump. You're in position. There's regeneration going on here, healing, new growth, new opportunities, new things growing from nothing. Time to go. Time to go. Poised and time to go. Deep knowing. Okay, you're hearing the call. I should have known because I saw that judgment card. Yeah, I think you have some kind of deep knowledge, deep intuitive, like feeling the pull, hearing the call, feeling the pull, really like feeling like it's time to move in some sort of direction. Sorry, you just see my hands being all bent and funny and gross there in the corner of the screen. Yeah, time to go, time to move, time to set out and embark on some kind of new journey. I'm seeing it as something that's very, very new, or a complete kind of revival of something that was completely dead with that regeneration card. This is kind of like scorched earth, right? Where you think nothing can grow, but something is growing. But it's very, very new. It's like budding. It could be a love interest for you. It could be something to do with personal growth, personal healing from a situation that felt like it was completely dead. Yeah, poised, ready to take this leap. Kind of almost like trusting fate, right? She's kind of looking up at those stars, following your dreams, being on a pedestal, feeling like you are in the limelight right now, or that you're moving to somewhere where you'll be in the limelight. Time to go. Again, she's got the fairy wings. So yeah, Gemini is a very like fairy like energy. Sorry if you identify as a very masculine Gemini and I'm calling you a fairy. That's not what I meant. It's that's unpolitically correct of me. Sorry. That's not what I'm saying, is what I'm saying. it's kind of like a very childlike energy. It's kind of one of the energies that can come through in readings of kind of mischief, which is very, very Gemini like, right? This, you know, your god is Mercury, Hermes, the god of kind of mischief, mischievous communication, yeah, really kind of like prank energy, fun childlike, kind of teasing, needling energy, that is not intended to do any harm. It's playful, it's kind of attention seeking in a playful way, like a very childlike fun energy. It's very healing energy as well, but for people who have been through very, very dark, like hard situations where it's been quite a destructive force in their life, this kind of fairy Gemini, childlike mischief energy coming in and kind of tickling. Oh, I got tickling as well. I felt like someone was tickling me yesterday. Yeah, this kind of tickling energy is really actually quite healing. So it may be that there's children around who are bringing out this kind of more playful side when somebody has been quite serious for a while. Yeah, deep knowing though there's the owl. Okay, let's find out what kind of energy is around Gemini at the moment. I really do apologise for using the term fairy in an unpolitically correct way there. It's not how I intended to use it. Somebody may be actually using it. Anything that comes through for a reading is probably coming through for a reason. So if that was a trigger for somebody, they're probably wanting to draw your attention to it. Somebody may be calling somebody that word in an offensive way. Maybe like somebody who's following some kind of interest that they like, and then somebody's like, oh, like saying, oh, that's girly, or you know, that's like a poncy thing to do. There's maybe somebody who's criticizing you for something that you want to do that's actually quite magical. So do just sort of ignore any criticisms like that. It's not good. Right, okay, here we go. Energy. Oh, the dragonfly and the lion. Now the dragonfly is very much that kind of regeneration energy. It's I see dragonflies as being born in kind of a very swampy environment. But the dragonfly flies up. It's air energy as well, and Gemini is air energy. And again, these wings. So it's almost like the butterfly, but the difference for me is that the butterfly kind of symbolizes this process of like healing and metamorphosis, where the dragonfly is kind of, it's more like somebody who survives even they come from a difficult background, or they're coming out of a difficult situation, where it's like a lot of people could have been sucked down by that swamp, but you're flying up into the air, finding the space to breathe, to be free, to be yourself. It's very Gemini energy. And it's beautiful. Dragonflies are so beautiful. I actually saw quite recently 2 dragonflies in my garden, and I never see them in this area. Very uncommon to see them in this area, and they were so vibrant and beautiful. And they're very balanced as well. You can see how, like, if this was like someone's spine, if this was like chakras, very, very balanced, which makes them actually very powerful. They're showing me the Magician card, which is the Gemini card, a Gemini card for me, of being like very, very powerful energy, in terms of like really being yourself, being free, and having the courage to do this, and almost like being a leader, leading by example, showing others how to be themselves, how to move in a way that creates more independence, more freedom. Or you may be connecting with a Leo, one or the other. You may have Leo in your chart. Oh no, this is hurting my ankles now. Ow, 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 ow. I'm really bony, you see, so sitting on the floor, I quite like sitting on the floor, but after a while, I'm just too bony. I've got no padding. Right, let's go. 10 of Cups in reverse in your feelings. Yeah, I think you're in a situation where you haven't been happy, and then you're moving into Queen of Wands energy, which again is very much like that kind of dragonfly energy. I'm taking it. So I heard spread your wings and fly. Ten of Cups is the happiest card in the deck. It's whatever your kind of, hello, little tiny weird beetle or bug here. Hello, could say hello. Okay, could you not land in my hair though? Thanks. I think it might be about to land on me. I'll show you if it does. No, it's just flying around. You might be able to see it. I've got the windows wide open, so I've got all sorts of things coming. Ten of Cups in reverse. Whatever your happiness is, whatever your kind of fantasy dream life is for you, that's kind of what you've been thinking about, but you realise that you're not actually in this space at the moment. I do feel like you've been in a place that's been quite difficult. Let me just have a quick look at this card. It's a very funny depiction of the Ten of Cups, because normally it's a card where you kind of with other people, but she's kind of on her own there in the woods. So there's this sense of like connecting with nature, being on your own for a while. I feel like this is something to do with like independence and individuality for you. Really wanting to kind of be released from a situation that's been quite oppressive, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's anything bad in it. It just means that perhaps it's not the place where you should be. It's not the right place for you. It's not the place where you feel like you can be yourself. You feel like this call and this knowing to be out in the world, like to go and discover what else is out there for you, to kind of be in this very, very lion-like energy. The Queen of Wands is fire energy. The lion is like Leo energy for me. So really kind of like being your true self, looking after yourself, honoring yourself, very much kind of standing in your true power, your strength, spreading your wings and flying, going out into the world and being like, this is me. So I'm getting that This Is Me song from, what's that film now? The Greatest Showman. I'm just going to write that down for you. Yeah. Okay, let's move to your thoughts, Gemini. What's that one there that wants to draw my attention? Four of Cups. Not taking an offer because you feel like something's dead. Like you can see that there's a skeleton there trying to offer her a cup, but she's turned away from it. She's like, no, I'm not having anything of it. There's nothing good will come of this situation. I'm out of here. I'm going. Okay, thoughts, please. What's going on in thoughts of Gemini? Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, nice thoughts, Gemini. Two of Cups and the King of Cups. Now this is probably love. More than likely it's going to be love, and it's a love interest. You may have your eye on a particular person, somebody who's almost quite fatherly, very, very tender, very balanced with their emotions, loving, can express that love, has a really deep emotional feelings, but they're not overwhelmed by them. They've got control of their emotions. He's also got lions again on his throne there, two lions. Yeah, he might not be the most expressive person about this love. He's kind of a little bit reserved, but that love is there and it's very, very deep. I'm saying it's showing as a he. Again, you've got these angel wings, so you've got what, 5 wings now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards with wings, 6 cards with wings. So this could be divinely guided. You could have spirit guides around you. It's like you know, the Queen of Wands, people sometimes say that she's a bit like a player, you know, but she's showing us like this angel here, this gorgeous passionate angel, connecting with this other angel down here. It does feel like a divinely guided romance, or a connection. It doesn't have to be romance. It can like be a family connection, siblings, a work relationship that's very emotionally fulfilling, very passionate. But yeah, I'm strongly leaning towards a romance here, and it's an equal relationship. The Two of Cups is equal give and take. Again, you've got that angel there on that card. Beautiful. I love this deck for the, you know, some of the images in this deck, it's the Haunted House Tarot, are very, very dark and a bit spooky, but then you get some that are so beautiful. This is probably one of my favorite Two of Cups images. Yeah, it's just very, very romantic. So Even if you've not got a particular person in mind, like a specific individual, you kind of know what you want, you know what you're going out for, you know what you're trying to attract. This is like an attractive energy, like drawing somebody into you. But I kind of feel like you're trying to attract someone and they're kind of sitting waiting for you. So there's this kind of void in between you where he's not moving to you, or you can vice versa this. If you're identifying as this person, you know, you can switch roles around in a reading. But this energy here is like sitting, waiting for this person to come, but this person sat here going, yo, I want you to come to me. It's quite funny, actually. Okay. Well, Gemini, I like your reading. Right, okay. What's going on in the action space? What's going on in the action space, please, for Gemini? Nothing. Nobody's taking any action. What's going on, please, in the action space? Whoa, okay. No, there is quite a few cards here for the action space. I've got 3 more signs to do and I'm already 45 minutes into the reading. Embarking on a new journey, an entirely new cycle in your life. You don't actually literally, the World card can indicate travel and global travel at that as well, with that deep knowing card there as well, and time to go. You know, you may very well be making a move somewhere to move somewhere else. Or you're just feeling ready and you've got another lion there. A lot of Leo energy coming through here today. And the King of Wands. Okay, ooh, getting ahead of myself. So you may not know exactly what you need to do or where you need to go or how you're going to move yet, but you just have this kind of deep knowing that something's coming up for you, that a cycle is ending in your life, a big cycle. So this is perhaps a situation that you've been in for years. It's taken up a big part of your life. You kind of learn all the lessons that you can learn in a situation, and you have this feeling of like being on the verge of something new, ready to move into this fresh cycle. So if you're not literally traveling, literally moving, it just means like something like a big cycle change in your life. It could be like an entirely new way of looking at the world. Like you're in the same job, you're in the same house, you're in the same relationship, but you're looking at things like with these fresh eyes. You've had some kind of revelation, something like this. But there is this kind of calling to do something or to take action or to move in some sort of way. Now you've got 2 kings here and the Page of Swords. I'm going to go to the King of Wands first, because the King of Wands is the divine partner or the counterpart of the Queen of Wands. This is 2 people who are very, very, and he's got lions again on his throne. So this is probably the same person. This is probably the same person. They're sat on the same throne, more or less. So it's somebody who's very, very passionate. They probably have a depth of emotion that perhaps they don't show that well. But what they're actually expressing is they're showing up in the real world, in your energy, as somebody who is, or it could be you again, this could be you. This person is showing up as somebody who's very, very passionate, a bit of a go-getter, possibly a little bit hot-headed, right? Very charismatic. I find this King wants to be very, very cheeky, sort of a bit cocky. They may show up as being a bit of a player. They may give off this kind of cocky, vain, arrogant, self-centered, possibly kind of like going for what they want, hot energy. But underneath this, I think you know, because this is in your thoughts, I think you know that this person has this real depth of emotion, this depth of feeling, and they're showing up as very, very tender underneath. So this King of Wands energy might be more of a show, a front that they put up, but it is, these 2 people they wouldn't be able to resist each other. They're both very, very beautiful, very, very attractive, sexually attracted to each other, or magnetically attracted to each other if this isn't a romantic relationship. It's like 2 characters that just can't resist each other. King of Swords, though, this is somebody kind of who's very, very intelligent, very intellectual, and they are quite strategic. They kind of knows his truth in his truth. He's got his sword held high. He might be about to communicate something. He has this bird here kind of holding on to his truth at the moment, not quite communicating yet, but he looks like he's ready to communicate something. He may be a little bit guarded because he is wearing all this armor. I like the kings in this deck. This person, if this is you or this is a person you're connecting with, whoever this is, it could literally be 3 different people, 3 different men. I am seeing this as the same energy though, so it could be 2 different men that you're deciding between. With the because we have this stag here though on the world card, there is a possibility that this is all the same person, the same energy, because the stag represents the emperor to me, and the emperor is all 4 kings. So you may be dealing with an emperor who would be up on a pedestal. This could be you up on the pedestal in emperor energy, but these are the energies that they are acting with. So they're showing up as the strategic kind of go-getter. They're showing me Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street. So that kind of personality is how they're showing up in the world. But underneath that, in their thoughts, they are very tender. The Page of Swords is a card about, it can be spying, it can be a card about taking action, communicating something, news coming in, action being taken, somebody cutting something out, but it tends to be more my spy card, so gathering information, wanting more information, coming up with some kind of strategic plan. It's a much younger energy than the King of Swords. The King of Swords has it all figured out. The Page of Swords is kind of like back to the drawing board energy. He also has this kind of crow or raven necklace here as well, which again symbolizes communication or spying or gathering information for me. Right, okay, I hope that was helpful to you, Gemini. There's quite a lot going on there. I do feel like you're on this verge of a really big cycle change in your life. You know, really on the verge of something new there. Let's get an advice card, please, for Gemini. Best advice we have for Gemini this week. It doesn't mean that this cycle change is coming in for you immediately. You may not actually step into this new cycle this week, but you have this deep knowing that it's coming, it's forming, it's like energy that's gathering in the background. Your dreams need a practical plan. Yeah. So this is like that back to the drawing board energy I was picking up on here. So you have your dreams, you know where you want, you know, kind of know that you want to make this move, embark on this new cycle, but you perhaps do need to kind of do some more research, do some more information, come up with an actual plan. All right, Gemini, good luck with that. Hello, Cancerians. Let's see what the universe has for you this week. So what can Cancer expect, please, this week? Thank you. Quick to talk. You have deep knowing as well there on the bottom. Gemini just had this. So if you are on the cusp, if you're close to Gemini, you may want to go and check out that reading as well. Or if you have Gemini placements in your sign, you may want to go and check out that reading. You have mending. You have poised. Oh my goodness, Gemini had this card as well. Yeah, definitely go and check out Gemini's reading if you're interested in that. And yin. You may be dealing with a Gemini. You may have Gemini placements. You may be on the cusp. Okay. I'm just getting comfy. I'm like, oh, shuffling down. So I'm sorry if my voice sounds like it's from a funny place. I'm like actually down on the floor. So I'm down on the floor and I'm noticing these children, and you've got 3 fairies again. Absolutely go and watch Gemini's reading. It's like a continuation. It's crazy. So yeah, you may have been actually down on the floor with some children recently. Mending. So this is a card about mending a situation. It may be mending a situation or a relationship with a feminine energy in your life, or you're approaching a situation in this yin energy, in this kind of nurturing, mothering, caring, gentle, tender energy, using this tenderness to fix a situation from the past. It could be a childhood relationship, somebody who you haven't spoken to for a long time, but some kind of situation that is that you're trying to fix here. Poised is a card. I'm noticing particularly the pedestal now. It's kind of like being up on a pedestal. You may have someone up on a pedestal, or you may be on a pedestal. You may have some kind of reward or recognition. There's kind of a bit of a sort of temple energy here as well. Somebody may be healing a relationship with their mother, or healing from a connection with a mother figure. Could be grandmother. Sort of like emotions regarding home life. Somebody may have had a mother who's quite emotional, over emotional. You may be a mother who is quite has very powerful emotions. Poised. These mending and poised together, if we take 52 and 48 and add them together, we get 100. So that's like some kind of major cycle completing. It's like 10 multiplied, 10 tens, right? So that's a major cycle completing. The fairy energy, as I was just saying in Gemini's reading, is I nearly said Cancer and Scorpio there, so I don't know if that's relevant to anyone. In Gemini's reading, the kind of fairy energy is something that's kind of like a very mischievous energy. It's quite a playful, young, spirited energy. Can get up to mischief, can kind of poke you and needle you, and kind of be quite goading to get your attention, in quite a very not a nasty way, not like a trollish way, not in a way that's intended to cause you any harm. It's actually more like a come out and play, tender, fun energy that's actually really quite healing. So there may be a connection like that for you in your life right now, or you may just be feeling like kind of this energy around you of kind of like quite playful, quite childlike, dreamy energy. I'm going to get more cards. I'm not quite sure. I have been getting a lot of yin-yang business through my readings this week. So you may actually be an Empress energy, but we'll see. We'll see what comes out. Empress energy, people who are in Empress energy are very much like up on a pedestal. It's a very attractive energy. You may be getting a lot more attention if you've moved into Empress energy recently. It is a very nurturing energy. You may have children. Or this might be an energy that's around you. You may be dealing with somebody who's in Empress energy. But yin without the yang is unbalanced, which is why I was picking up on the over-emotional. A balanced person has a good balance of yang and yin energy within them. It's kind of the Emperor and Empress together. So too much yin in a situation can mean that people are over-emotional, or too kind of clingy, or is quite inactive, and inactive energy, because it's responsive rather than somebody who takes the lead in a situation. So can we get, please, an energy around Cancer at the moment, an energy affecting Cancer at the moment, and either energy that Cancer is in or that is around them. Thank you, Starfish. Yeah, somebody's kind of in the limelight, in the spotlight. It gives me Five of Pentacles energy as well, of kind of possibly some kind of loss, something that was disappointing, something that was that didn't quite work out, which you may be trying to fix a situation here, or you may have fixed a situation that didn't work out. You may have come in and kind of saved the day, and you're getting reward and recognition for this. Or there's just somebody around you who kind of like is in the spotlight. Yeah. Come on, cards. Keep doing this to me. 8 of Wands and 2 of Wands. Making a decision and taking action. Making a decision and communicating it. Okay. So can I get cards for emotions? What emotions are affecting Cancerians right now, please? Thank you. Okay. I don't like this card. Ace of Cups on the bottom there as well. So I'm going to put it like this. And I'm going to describe the card to you, I think, without actually showing you the image. I don't really like the image on this card. So this card at the top here is the Three of Swords. This is a card about heartbreak, feeling heartbroken by a situation that was really quite painful. So I do feel like this is like mending a broken heart, right? The good thing about that is that the Ace of Cups was on the bottom of the deck. Sorry, the image of this card is like her heart is not there, so she's taken the heart of a bird and tried to put it onto her chest as though that's going to heal her heart, but it's not, right? It's not working. There's a sense of trying to heal a broken heart, but not necessarily going about it in the right way. And it's come out with this Ace of Cups energy. The Ace of Cups is a card about a new offer of romance or love or friendship, some kind of new relationship manifesting in your life. You may feel like you're not quite ready with that broken heart energy. Also, it's interesting that she has this kind of now what's that skin condition called where you have the patches? I can't quite remember what it's called, but she has this kind of like slightly frozen looking skin. She just looks like she's in the cold. Her skin looks like kind of frozen, and she has this kind of frozen veil over her eyes. So there's this sense of like warming up. Whoops, you may have got a glance of that heart there. Of warming up your heart. There may be a connection here coming in that's kind of thawing your heart, very, very gently and slowly mending that heartache for you, or it's mending and you're feeling like you're almost ready to open your heart again. There's a sense of being scared of getting hurt. I'm thinking about how your deity is Artemis, who is like the virgin huntress, right? She's not interested in having relationships, so that might be significant for you. Nine of Pentacles, yeah, a card of someone who's really good on their own. They've got it all going on their own. They like their independence. I keep doing this where they drop the bottom card. The Page of Wands, and this also gives me Page of Pentacles energy. Something that you're interested in, something that you're kind of passionate about, but wanting to kind of plan it. Really taking your time to think about this. And really holding back, I think, because you're scared of this broken heart. Right, okay. What's going on, please, in the thoughts of Gemini right now? Can you tell me more about Gemini's thought? Why am I saying Gemini? Are you interested in a Gemini? Cancer, Cancerians, my crab babies, my little Artemises. Well, that's my daughter's Twitch name. She doesn't post anything on there. God's sake. Sometimes things come out of your mouth and you don't want them to. And again, you're getting angel cards. Go and watch Gemini's reading, because I really strongly feel like there's a connection here between the two. The Two of Wands as well, about kind of making a decision, using your intuition to make a decision. Could be romantic connection here. Because in your thoughts you have the Knight of Cups. So I feel like somebody has definitely caught your eye. Or you're wanting to, it could be a general idea of wanting love or wanting to express love, wanting somebody to come in like a knight in shining armor and rescue you. This is almost like excuse me, Snow White or Sleeping Beauty. She's like sleeping, waiting for somebody to rush in and give her a kiss and wake her up. But this is going on in your thoughts. So whether you've connected with somebody specific who you have your eye on, or somebody who's coming in as a love interest for you, a new love interest. The Ace of Cups is a new love interest. So it could be someone you've known for a while, but this is kind of like forming into love rather than friendship. There is a lot of nurturing energy here with this yin, so they could be showing up as somebody who's very healing for you, very loving, very nurturing, or you're just wanting this, or you're wanting to express this to someone else with this Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is it's Piscean energy for me. It's kind of like this kind of like knight in shining armor, Lancelot, traditional fairy tale hero energy, somebody who comes rushing in to save the day. So yeah, this is where the action is. This is where the yang is. Because the knights take action. They can be a little bit impulsive, the knights. They can be sometimes a little bit too eager. Yeah, so somebody could have expressed this to you, but I really think you're thinking about this, because this is in your thoughts. You're really sort of like analysing this connection. Queen of Wands on the bottom there as well. That's somebody who's very, very sexy, very passionate. They gave me the word horny, I'm sorry. Okay, what is going on in your action space, please? What energy is going on in Cancerian's action space? Page of Swords, same as Gemini. Okay, somebody who, needing to plan, needing to think things through a little bit more. The Pages are very young, naive energy. They're kind of like like premature energy. It's not quite time yet. They're not quite ready for something. They have more to learn, more to think about, more to strategize. So yeah, it's kind of like watching, waiting. Somebody may be stalking your social media, you may be stalking someone else's social media, asking for information from friends about a person to try and really kind of figure out like who they are, what their intentions are. You've also got this like crow or raven, which again is like communication, information gathering. So yeah, please do go and watch that Gemini reading, because there's so many similarities there. And I think actually you might get your answers if you're trying to figure out the intentions of somebody. There's more information in that Gemini reading for you. Let's get an advice card before you go. Advice please for the Cancerians here. Advice here please for the Cancerians. It really feels like the same reading but from a different angle. Advice card please for the Cancerians. Best advice please. Best advice for the Cancerians. They're arguing over what advice to give you here. Okay, so I can see two cards. So your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. And work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. There you go, that's your advice. Work through your fears, your hard work is paying off. So whatever work you've been doing, and I feel like it's working on yourself, working on your emotions, it's paying off. Keep going, you're doing really well. All right, take care, bye bye. Unbelievably, I was just putting the cards away there and the King of Wands was at the bottom. So the Queen of Wands and King of Wands came out in your reading, and they also came out in Gemini's reading. So I can't strongly advise you enough to go and watch both readings. Okay, bye guys. My lovely Leos, hello, how are you today? A lot of Leos come to my readings now, so you may find that this reading resonates with you, but if it doesn't, just leave it. It's just for somebody else. It's funny as well, I stopped recording to free up some space on my phone to put the files that I already have on my computer, and I went and made my son breakfast in between the last two readings. And so I played some music while I was making breakfast, and the two songs that came through, the first one, which is so funny because I was talking about this with one of my Leo friends, was by Halsey or Halsey. I don't know how to pronounce her name. We're at odds about that because I've been calling her Halsey, and I googled her name. I was like, how does she pronounce her own name? And it came up with Halsey. So I was like, okay, so I've been calling her Halsey, and then everybody's like, no, it's Halsey. So I don't know what to call her. But it was the song Eyes Closed. And so Leos, you know, for the sign that has the card that represents Leo in the tarot is the Sun card, and it's the happiest card in the deck. So for the people who have the happiest card in the deck, you don't have a lot of stuff to get through. Poor Leos. And then the other song was Little Star by Khalees. So Leos, I want to try and give you some of that Leo confidence, that Leo energy today. So let's get going. Let's see what's going on for Leos. Come on, let's give Leos a good week cards. What's going on for Leo this week? What's going on for Leo this week, please? Oh, I've got a message. Okay. That wasn't a spiritual message, that was a message from a friend on my phone. Like an actual message. There we go. Come on. Leo, 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 Leo. Leo, 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 Leo. They're arguing over you. They're saying, which Leos are we going to give cards to? Who needs us the most this week? Come on, let's get a card for Leo, please. Leo, 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 Leo. Whoa, okay. I'm seeing this as two different sets. Oh, higher power. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I've snuck a piece of toast off my son and it's repeating on me. Higher power, yeah, surrendering, I think, to a higher power here. So they're arguing over you, Leo. For one set of you, you've got here and now, be in the here and now, by the book, an unfinished symphony. So there's probably something that you've left unfinished, something that you may want to go back to, return to, and kind of finish off. There is this returning energy, like the elephants are all facing backwards. So this is a returning to something, returning to the here and now, not trying to linger in the past or race towards the future, but really kind of sitting in the here and now, getting the things done that you need to get done, doing it by the book, okay? I was picking up on something else. There's these like two eggs here. So this is kind of possibly some kind of project, something that you want to hatch, but perhaps it's not quite time, it's not quite ready, or you just feel like it's not quite ready. But this is kind of like now is the time, here and now is the time. Do it by the book. Unfinished symphony, it might have to be left unfinished. I'm also noticing the numbers on these cards. You have 10, 11, and then 2 and 3. So it's almost like it's like a countdown, but yeah, countdown. 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay, go. It's like releasing something into the world, but not quite ready. Like they count the 1 3 times. 3, 2, 1, 1. What? It's like when you're counting down for children. It's like, right, if you don't get to your room by the count of 3, and you go 1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4, because you want to give them that little extra time. There's this kind of family element here as well. So it might be your family or people around you who feel like your family. Yeah, really like here and now. It's like divine timing. You had that. What was the card that was in the underline there? Higher power. Oh, you may be answering to a higher power. So you may be saying, I'm not ready to do this. And they're saying, it needs to be here and now. We're doing it by the book. It's time. Whether you've got it finished or not, it's time. Okay, so this could be for you again, or this could be another group of Leo. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You've got thinker, fork in the road, and not for you. I hate that not for you card. I don't like it because I don't think you should tell anyone that something isn't for them. I think that it's a pessimistic attitude. So somebody may have a pessimistic attitude. We've got this thinker here, making a decision, and this, like, the chessboard has 2 different pieces. It's almost like the chariot energy of like going in 2 different directions, but having to balance it, because if there was too much weight on either side, this would be unbalanced. So you're having to kind of weigh out a situation, think something over, weigh out a situation, balance something out. But you have a fork in the road. There is something that you're deciding here. There's a decision that has to be made. It's a very kind of comical card as well. There's maybe a sense of confusion. You've got all these different arrows pointing in different directions. It's like, well, I don't know which path to take. I don't know which way to move. And there's kind of like this mischievous energy about this card as well. You've got this monkey. The fork in the road is a literal fork. There's an owl here riding on the back of, what is this, a llama that's dressed up as some kind of deer. So there could be someone who's like almost like faking it till they make it, putting on a bit of a show here. It's kind of giving me like if you watch A Midsummer Night's Dream, towards the end they kind of put on a play, and it's very much like amateur play. It's a play within a play, right? So there's like some kind of play within a play here for you. Yeah, amateur energy, kind of dressing up, putting on a show. This mischievous monkey spirit here as well. But there's owl, there's wisdom. it's like thinking, right? Because there's some kind of choice you need to make, some kind of indecision, some kind of confusion, maybe a lot of options that are being presented, but you feel like these are not for me, this isn't what I want. So then going back up to here, it's like be in the here and now. Stop trying to overthink it, because you're like thinking yourself in circles, right? You're thinking yourself dizzy into this kind of like everything's getting a bit surreal, because you've kind of like thinking yourself into knots, and everything's kind of getting more mixed up, and yeah, really really surreal. Like everything's gone a bit Alice in Wonderland there. So just take some time out to kind of try and silence those thoughts and really sit in the here and now, be in the present moment. Try not to worry about the past, try not to agonize over the future. Just sit in the here and now, and trust those higher powers that are at work, that they're going to move you in the right direction when it's time. But do feel like there's a sense of returning to the past, because there's something that's been left unfinished. So this might be for some of you, this might be for some of you, both of it might be for some of you. Okay. Can I get an energy around Leo at the moment, please? Can I get an energy around Leo? My left foot has gone very hot all of a sudden. That could be a sign of wanting to move. Yeah, kind of down in the dumps, Leo. Guys, oh, do you know, you're one of my favourite signs, and I love you. And everybody, you know, Leos are such attractive energy. They just kind of have to be themselves, and just people love them. You know, it's a very attractive sign in that way. You know, people just want to be around that Leo sunshine energy. It's like you make everybody else happy, but on the inside, you're this kind of like, it always rains on me. Why does it always rain on me? That's Travis. Why rain me, Travis? Like such an abundant, generous, lovely energy to everybody else. And I just wish that sometimes you would turn that inwards on yourself and really look after your inner you. There's like this like sad frog energy. Cosmic egg on the bottom of the deck though, so that's really good. That's like the universe trying to bring something into you. It's like, and these two people are both sat on eggs here, so I feel like there is like, you've got higher power and cosmic egg, so this is the universe really trying to bring something in for you. It's like trying to get you on, sorry about banging the camera, really trying to get you on the right path for you. You may feel this kind of, this energy around you, this kind of like, this feeling of like knowing that something's going on, but not quite knowing what to do with that knowledge, which is this kind of confusing energy. But the universe is like, it's coming, don't worry, we're protecting it for you. Like the snake energy is like, we're protecting this really special thing for you. Try not to worry about it. Try not to worry about the future or the past. Be in the here and now. Wait for this cosmic egg to reveal itself. I feel like some of you really need to kind of balance yourselves out. You know, this balancing card, balance yourselves out, get yourselves into a good position where you're healthy and happy. You kind of get out of your own thoughts, and then I feel like that when you're in a strong position, that will be the time that this cosmic egg will come forward. It can't bring it to you. The universe can't bring you these special gifts. Noticing the otter there as well. When you're in this kind of like down in the dumps energy, you're not in the right place to receive it. So yeah, I know that's not easy, right? I know that's not easy. But just know, I think take comfort in the knowledge that there is something coming for you. The universe really wants you to be on track and in a strong place before they can bring it in for you. Oh, you've got that card as well. It just came out for Cancer as well. Don't like this card. So I can't show it because it's a little bit graphic, but the card underneath is the Three of Swords. It's a card about heartbreak, some situation that's heartbreaking for you, a lot of emotional pain, disappointment, really trying to kind of heal that heartbroken energy, that painful emotions. It's come out with the Knight of Swords. So this is your feelings. Sorry, I don't know if I said what I was pulling for then. This is like feelings, your feelings or the feelings of somebody around you. It's the feelings that are affecting you right now. So there's this kind of like healing heartbreak energy. She's trying to heal, but she's not quite she's not quite managing it. So this comes down with the Knight of Swords energy. This is my Jon Snow card. You can see he's got this raven, which is to do with communication, gathering knowledge, coming up with some sort of a plan. This wolf spirit as well, which is kind of like a faithful companion, quite independent. The swords signify independent thought. Yeah, being in quite a kind of cold place. It's sort of someone who's been on quite a long journey, and they are almost like preparing for battle, or preparing for something that's going to be quite difficult, which is part of their journey. It's part of their healing journey, but there's a lot of kind of thinking, strategy, wanting to communicate something. The Knight of Swords is normally one of the fastest acting knights, somebody who's taking action, communicating, really kind of like action energy. But here he's kind of like, it's like before he takes the action, or like taking a pause, taking a time out between action on this journey that he's on. Okay. King of Pentacles there on the bottom. You may be dealing with someone who is in King of Pentacles energy. It's quite a fatherly energy. It's somebody who's good at the career, really thinks about sort of tangible things, practical things, sort of a nurturing father-like figure. Excuse me. Could be you, could be someone around you. Thoughts. Oh, Leo, come on. I love you guys. I don't want you to be in this energy. It's like the Nightmare card. You can see it's like the Nightmare card. Monsters under the bed. This is like the need to heal from your own thoughts. Like I was picking up on this over here, where it's like the thinker energy as well. Like you're really overthinking things. You're really kind of getting stuck in your head. It's kind of getting you down. It's confusing you. And it's exhausting you. It's like physically, it's like your thoughts are physically exhausting you, and you're having to kind of take this time out, right, to kind of heal, to do some reflection work. Yeah, it's really like time out energy. Be in the here and now. Be in the here and now. Heal. Take that time to rest, to heal. Yeah, overthinking. Right, Leos, what's going on in your action space? Moving on from this, again, more swords. Moving on to calmer waters, leaving behind things that have been quite painful, things that have been difficult, challenging, really kind of putting those things in the past, leaving the past behind, right? It's saying stop dwelling in the past, leave that past behind, because the universe wants you to move on to calmer waters. It wants you to get to a place, again, like a lot of water here, so emotions. You can see that this person is carrying their thoughts with them, but the thoughts aren't blocking them. The thoughts are kind of in the boat. They're taking their thoughts, but they're really kind of, the thoughts aren't preventing them from moving. The thoughts aren't trapping them anymore. She's carrying her thoughts with her, but she's moving to a place where her emotions, or his emotions, are calmer. And that's when this offer can come in, this cosmic egg can come in, once you've got to that place where you're emotionally stable, where you're no longer trapped by your own thoughts. Okay, best advice please for Leo. Come on, let's get Leo out of this energy and back into the sunshine. We want happy Leos. My lovely, lovely Leos. You deserve to be happy, you know. You do. I know you don't believe me, you do. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Okay. I told you, the universe has got your back. Luck is on your side. Good fortune. Okay. It might not feel like it. Might not feel like it right now, but you're moving into a better direction. You're moving into a better place where you're going to be calm. Leave the past behind. Okay. Wrap up the things that need to be wrapped up. Move on from the past. Stop agonizing over your future, and just get yourself into a place where you feel more calm, feel more settled, where you're emotionally stable, and that's when your luck will change, and that's when the universe is going to bring in this cosmic egg for you. Okay, take care, Leos. Good luck with that. Okay, Virgo, I think you're going to be the last sign that I do for today. Let's see what the universe has in store for you this week. Now, Leos were overthinking. And I know that Virgo is a sign that really likes to analyze things. So I hope that you're not in the same energy as Leo, because they were kind of really stuck in their own thoughts and exhausting themselves. So Virgos, let's see what you've got for me. Let's try and get a nice energy, please, for Virgos this week. Between worlds. Okay. Stepping through that portal between worlds, you may feel like you're being pulled in two different directions. And the underline here, you have a changes in the wind. Yeah, now I'm going to take that. You can go away, thinker. That's just what came out for Leo. Yeah, between worlds are changes in the wind. So for some of you, you're feeling pulled in different directions. Poised as well. That's come out quite a few times there. Feeling pulled in quite a few different directions. There's kind of like, I see this card as kind of like the place where you're stuck and the place where you want to be. It's kind of like the place where you have to be and the place where you enjoy being. And you're kind of trying to balance your time between these two places, trying to balance your energies between them, not trying to give too much to one situation and not enough to another. There is a change in the wind for some of you. I don't think this is going to be all of you because it didn't actually come out. It was in the underlying. I also noticed it's a number 3. So threes are often to do with your social circle, the community around you, the people that you surround yourself with. There's some kind of change in the air in regards to, your community, the people around you. I'm also noticing how these people are like the unicorn is, why am I calling it a unicorn? That might be significant. The flamingo is facing the zebra and the zebra is facing the flamingo. It's kind of like there may be two people. I'm hearing loggerheads. There may be people at loggerheads, which is making it difficult to be in a certain situation. But there's a change in the wind. There is like a turn of fate, something coming in that's going to change this situation around. For others of you, it's literally a change, like you're changing from one environment or one state of being into another state of being. So it could be that you've got a change of perspective that's kind of lightening things up for you. You may have been in quite a dark area, it's almost like depressive, like dark, like struggling energy into kind of like bright, happy sunshine energy. So some of you may be having this kind of change where something that you've been struggling with is kind of like lifting, the mood's lifting, it's lightening up for you, lightening the workload, I'm hearing. But for others of you, you're actually going to make some kind of change. Like you could be changing job, you could be changing some kind of situation that you're in, changing friendships, friendship circles. The zebra SE has been quite unique, quite independent, sort of putting themselves first. You may be connecting with an Aquarius. Zebra's are Aquarius energy for me. Oh, hi, I'm in your reading. Okay, let's see what's going on. What energy is around Virgo at the moment? Can you tell me an energy that's around Virgo at the moment, an energy that Virgo's in, an energy that is affecting Virgo at the moment? Please, can I get an energy for Virgo? There we go. Snake in reverse. So the snake is a kind of protective energies. It's snakes can have different meanings for me in different decks. This particular snake is almost like the cosmic egg card. It's sort of like fate, fortune, something that's kind of going round and round and round, but it's also consuming itself to nurture itself. There's a sense of, okay, it might be living paycheck to paycheck, a sense of like working to eat, eating to work, that kind of thing. Consuming itself, going round and round in circles, sort of feeding itself on the thing that exhausts it. There's some kind of unhealthy energy here. Now, is the Ouroboros? Ouroboros? I can't think how to pronounce it. I can see the word in type, but I can't pronounce it. Which is kind of like that snake of like infinity, kind of like protective mother snake energy, the universal energy. All this stuff going on inside, though, right? All this stuff going on inside. but you're stuck going round and round, but a change is coming. There's something going to kind of make the situation right for you, I think. Okay, what's going on emotionally, please, for Virgo right now? Oh, what was that card? The Chariot tried to come out. So there may be a change that you're kind of avoiding, a change that you're not seeing yet, not taking action yet in regards to a change, but that might be coming in for you. Maybe not immediately, maybe not this week, but in the future. What's going on emotionally, please, for Virgo? Can I get a card for... Okay, Nine of Pentacles. You may be wanting to work independently. The Pentacles is kind of about... Oh, there's the Ace of Cups on the underline as well. So some of you may be entering into new relationships. It could be new work relationships. Yeah, but there is a sense of... I've got the Cinderella card there. I've come out twice now. I'm Cinderella Mouse. I've had the Cinderella card and the Mouse card. Okay. Yes, choices that need to be made. Some kind of sense of nurturing, like nurturing the home, nurturing some kind of like tangible environment around you, but there is a sense of like needing to move on mentally from a situation. Yeah, so the Nine of Pentacles, it's a card about being really good on your own, really having... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. If it comes into my head, I kind of need to say the messages that come through, so I'm going to swear. It's having all your shit together. So yeah, really kind of standing quite independently, and that doesn't mean that you aren't working with others. You can still be Nine of Pentacles and be in a relationship, or you can be Nine of Pentacles and be in some kind of situation where you're working with others, but you kind of have everything. You have all your shit together within that. It's like you're really good on your own. You can work independently, you can work as part of a team, you're flexible in that way, but you don't need to have other people to be good. You've got everything going, like you've got a handle on everything that's kind of tangible in your life. You know what you're doing. They keep repeating that line to me, so I think that's the main message coming from that today. And you know what, you're looking pretty good doing it. Okay, you've got a handle on everything that's like tangibly going on in your life, and emotionally you're feeling in this kind of like very, very stable place where you're kind of good on your own. Or this is your heart pulling you in this direction. If you're not there now, you have all the tools that you need to do it. You know that this is what you want. So you may want more free reign within a work situation. Maybe you've been kind of busy ticking all the boxes, doing the work that other people want you to do, but you're like, you know what, I think I can handle this on my own. Can I have more responsibility? Can you give me a bit more free reign? And you know, that's something that you can express if you haven't already in a work environment. And you know, the people that you work for should be able to respect you and respect your wishes in that regard. If that's going to make you happy, if that's going to make you more settled, if you're ready for more responsibility, then definitely express that. You know, that should be something that's respected in a workplace. You may wish to actually work independently. You may wish to be out of the office, working from home. You may want to start up a home business. These are all the kind of things that can be meant by the Nine of Pentacles. With it not having any clarifiers, it can mean a lot of things, but it's what you're feeling in your heart space. You're either in that mode or you want to be in that mode. You may also want to be single. You may want to separate from a relationship in order to be single, perhaps possibly to move towards a new love interest. That's for a small minority of you though, I think. That's yeah, but there is this, like look at the portals. Like there's a portal here, they're stepping between two worlds. This is kind of almost a portal. This is a portal. Yeah, there is a sense of like and a change in the wind. Yeah, you're definitely stepping into a new energy here. There's a shift in your energy. Thoughts. What's going on in Virgo's thoughts, please? Okay, which way around does this want to go, please? Yeah, I thought so. Some of you may be coming... This might be a divorce. I have to say it as I see it for some of you. With it being... this is the High Priest. It can mean marriage. It kind of means like structures, traditional structures in your life. So things like church, tradition, custom... the customs like marriage, okay? Or it can mean things like almost like contracts, often kind of spiritual contracts. it can mean it's like social structures, social expectations that keep you in a fixed place. But you can see that this person on this card is kind of fearing possibly some kind of fearing judgment from God about some of the choices that they're making. So you can take it as it resonates and leave anything that doesn't, because there's a lot of different meanings coming through here. With it being in the reverse, this is definitely like rejecting tradition, rejecting custom, rejecting, social expectations, fearing God, not taking advice from somebody who's quite spiritual. But with it being next to the Nine of Pentacles in the heart space, these two cards together definitely symbolize divorce for me, or a separation for some of you. Not all of you, it doesn't have to be all of you. Maybe separating from somebody who's like King of Pentacles, maybe somebody who's quite greedy. There's definitely a sense of worrying about money here. Okay. Yeah, okay, and the show me, oh yeah, the Ten of Pentacles as well here. Ten of Pentacles normally for me is a very, very happy card. You can see this image in the foreground is the usual image of the Ten of Pentacles. This is like a happy home life, a comfortable home, kind of tangibly having everything that you could need. In a home life shared with other people. So this is like this is somebody who has everything tangibly they need on their own. This is somebody who has everything tangibly they need in a home life, shared with other people. It could be a workplace as well, it can be a workplace, but the particular image on this card, with it being so cold, it's like a big house, right? Having everything you need, having that big house, but it's cold. There's no emotion there. It's a cold environment, and I think she kind of stood in quite a cold looking environment as well there. So yeah, this could very well be for some of you either leaving a workplace situation because there's nothing there emotionally for you anymore, or leaving some kind of long-term relationship for the same reason. There's nothing growing, it's cold, it's winter within that environment. You do have the Empress there. You might be stepping into Empress energy. Nine of Pentacles is very much Empress energy. Somebody who's really good on their own. Yeah. Okay. Okay, no, the confirming for me, I was about to say for some of you, it doesn't necessarily have to be this big change, right? It does say change in the wind, it does say stepping through a portal, some kind of change. I was going to say it doesn't necessarily have to be such a drastic change as leaving a job or like leaving a home life. It can just be a change, a shift within a situation that has felt quite cold, that has felt unfulfilling. But as I was thinking this, and as I was about to say it, the card came out that was the Three of Swords. So this is a heartbreak card. There is something probably over here, because look at the grey clouds. This past situation, whatever you're leaving behind, whatever you're moving away from, there may be some pain, some heartache about having to leave this situation behind. Perhaps you're quite nostalgic for the situation, and you can see with the colours as well, the colours are kind of echoing. They've got all these grey clouds. There's kind of like a little bit of kind of confusion, conflicted thoughts here, but you've got this bright red heart and this really very reddish coloured bird as well. And these fairies are here to help. So the fairies are here. This kind of playful energy is here to help you move away from whatever kind of painful situation you're leaving behind. And this is in your action space. So I'm just going to get another card specifically for your action space. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're doubting this. You're really, and the Nine of Pentacles there as well, look, on the bottom of the deck. You're really doubting this. You're really having second thoughts and kind of panicking. I think you're panicking about, can I actually do this? Can I make it on my own? Have I got all my shit together, right? Doubting yourself, fearing, like this is fear. Yeah, you've got fears about this change coming in, this new situation coming in. You're really worried about it, and it's in regards to being more independent. Two of Pentacles there as well, balancing. I think you're trying to balance these thoughts, you're balancing out these fears, but this is the shadow side. It's here, it's the devil energy, it holds you back. the Hierophant, the High Priest, and the Shadow side together, this is very much like controlling energy. It's like the structures, the social structures, or the societal expectations, the workplace, the family, kind of the kind of expectations that are on you that feel very, very confining, that kind of stop you, they prevent you from having the freedom to move and do what you want to do. Yeah, it's a very oppressive, very oppressive energy, very controlling, oppressive energy. It's not good energy. It's not an energy that you should live in. So do be aware that you do have to sometimes put your own needs before the needs of the people around you. And if the people around you or the place around you is keeping you in this quite a depressive state, right? It's keeping you down. Your fears are holding you back. Your fears and the expectations that people have of you, or even like the expectations that you think people have on you, are really kind of like holding you in this negative energy, this negative space, and you need to move out of that. It's not a good energy to be in. So if you're in this energy and you're having doubts about moving into this energy, then just look at the difference. Just look at the difference. This is fear. This is like having your shit together, being good on your own. So which energy would you rather be in? You know, this energy or this energy? This energy or this energy? Okay, so this is what's between those two energies. You know, if this is like what you're dealing with to get from this space into this space, you know, hopefully that's going to give you a bit of insight onto the approach that you should have to that energy. You know, you need to just, as hard as it is, just work through it, dismiss it. It's holding you back. Right, okay, let's get your advice card, Virgo. What's the best advice, please, we can give to Virgo today? The answers you need are coming. Okay, whatever that means to you. Step out of your comfort zone. There you go, exactly. So if you've been held back by this kind of comfort zone, right? By this big house, by having everything you need tangibly, like that is your comfort zone, but it's not emotionally fulfilling for you. So the energy here is trying to encourage you to take that leap of faith towards your happiness, and get out of your comfort zone. There's no growth, right? There's no growth in your comfort zone. I mean, maybe there is. Maybe this isn't your reading. Maybe you have a very happy house and home, or a very happy workplace, and you're like, yeah, things are going really well for me. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity here for me. There's a lot of growth. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of things that I want to do in this place that I'm in. If that's you, great. This isn't your reading. Okay, leave it for someone who is. But for some of you, this is resonating. You're sat here saying, yeah, I know there's no growth. I've climbed to the top of the position that I can climb to here. You know, I've done everything I can do in this place. There's no emotions left. There's nothing here for me anymore. You need to move. The universe is telling you, step out of your comfort zone. Good luck with that. Do take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.